Welcome to cooking dinner in the spring of 2020. I think that this spring it will be easier to get produce in stores than prepared foods, which may catch some of us flat-footed if you're not used to having cooked such foods in the past. So I thought I would do a series of videos on ways that you could make affordable meals with vegetables that are easy to get. This is going to be a stir fry that includes beef tenders with vegetables. And what I have here is I have 1 clove of garlic chopped up, an onion cut up. There are miniature peppers in the store that I really like to use because they give great color, they last a long time, and there's not a lot of waste inside. In this case, I've used a red, orange, and yellow pepper for the color. There are 3 stalks of celery here. I have a pound of meat, and I'm hoping that that will be 2 dinners for 2 of us. So there are 4 servings here. You'll also see a package of mushrooms. Mushrooms are generally pretty affordable. And then I have the beef tenders, and I wanted to note, last fall we bought 1/4 of a cow, and it's a larger cash outlay, but in the long run it saves you money on meat. You get some better quality meat, and I also get to save all the bones, so I can use those for broth and other things later. We're very lucky in southern Indiana to have butchers and also have livestock yards close to them, so that we're pretty close. The farm to fork ratio is pretty close when it comes to meat if you buy it locally. I also wanted to call attention to, I have here the skin off of the onion, the ends of the celery, the skin off the garlic, and I'm not going to throw that away. This is a way of cooking that actually has a lower carbon footprint and is better for the environment. What I'm going to do is put those into my what I call my bag of bones. I'll throw this in here, and as we eat different meat bones, I put it in, and when the gallon bag is full, it's time to make a batch of bone broth. If you're not used to cooking with plain, straight ingredients, take heart. I started cooking for my family when I was 10 years old, and those first few years were really bad. Somehow, my siblings and my family survived, and I've continued to cook for my family and also as a stress reliever, and it's also a creative outlet for me. In the time that I have cooked, which has been about 45 years, I haven't had a lot of really bad meals, and the only one that was so horrible that I took one taste of it, I threw it in the trash, was once I tried to make peanut butter soup. And you may love it, but mine you would not have loved. To get started with what we will do, and I'm not going to demonstrate all of it, essentially the onions, the garlic, and the peppers are what I call aromatics. I will use a little bit of either olive oil or a nonstick spray in a warmed up pan. If the pan is hot, the foods don't stick, so always heat your pan up first. If you're using an oil or something and the pan is hot, you'll also have to use less oil, which number 1 is better for your health, and number 2 saves you money and there's less waste. After the onions are clear and the peppers have started to turn, I'm going to throw the celery in and then the mushrooms. And when those have all started to cook a little bit, I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to cut these tenders into small pieces and saute that with it too. And then I'll have a dish with a lot of different vegetables as well as a protein. Now, if you wanted to stretch this out for a family, you could use rice or a pasta or a potato or some sort of starch to cook with it. Or you could use a bread. I really think one of the reasons in eras past that butter bread was a staple at the table was because bread was cheaper, and it was a way that you could stretch out the rest of your meal. This will then cook, and I'll just saute it in the pan. We'll have ours with a salad to go with it. But if you look at this, you've got a wide range of different vegetables. And one of the advantages to eating all of those different vegetables is that it's going to boost your immune system. Eating vegetables and more of them improves your health, and eating less sugar also increases the ability of your immune system to fight disease. Take care.